Oh, well, hello everyone. It's finally time for another video. And we are going to be feeding Mr Noodle today. He's been doing some training. I've got 2 sticks essentially. I think he's noticed there's movement. So what I do, if he's coming out for sort of playtime, I'll show him this little stick here. It's just like a extendable pole thing. I think it's for a camera, so that way he knows that it's just playtime. But when it comes to feeding, I've got another target here which I'm going to show him, and he will know that it's time for food. Right, I'm just going to grab the mouse. Okay, so what we do is we open it up and we show him this target, which is completely different. And as you notice, he's immediately interested in this target because he knows this is his food target. See how he's focused on it? What a good boy. There you go. So what I'm doing there, basically, every time I reach into the enclosure, he's learning that it's not food. So he only knows it's food time when he sees this target, and when he sees this one, he knows it's not food and it's safe to let him out, and hopefully I won't get bitten. So he's doing really well. He's really responsive with this, which is good. But, there we go, he's enjoying that. He's going to wolf that one right down. Oh, there's all the reflection in the glass all the time. There we go. You get that, Mr Noodle. So he's been responding really well to the training, which I'm glad. They are a lot smarter than people think they are, think that snakes are. But yeah, he's doing really well. The only problem with training a snake is you don't feed them every day. Like with a dog, you can feed them treats, you know, 3 or 4 treats at a time. But he's definitely picking it up very quickly. So there we go. So I never ever show him this target if it's not time for feeding. But he's definitely doing very well. So while he eats that, I shall introduce you to a new member of the zoo room. Okay, well everybody, meet Soba. This is Mr Noodle's girlfriend. She is going to be a little bit of time before they meet yet. So just for reference, this is Mr Noodle's last shed. So this is the length of Mr Noodle. And Soba is this teeny tiny girl here. So we are starting training straight away with Soba. Might as well start her young. It's good to keep different targets for the different snakes, especially as the target I've got for Mr Noodle is a bit large anyway. So with her, I'm using this sort of ball on a stick. Now, to start training, you basically have to pair the item of food with the target. So we're just going to introduce them both at the same time. And she should latch straight onto that one. There you go, good girl. Give a little wiggle. So she thinks it's putting up a fight. There we go. So I'll do that for like maybe the first sort of 6 or 7 feedings. And then eventually I will start introducing the ball. And as soon as she responds to the ball, I'll give her the food, and then slowly sort of lengthen the amount of time between the time she sees the target and the food. And she should respond just as well as Mr Noodle, and should start following the target. And there she is, she's a tiny little worm. This is just a temporary setup for the moment. I do have an enclosure that I'm preparing, but she's so tiny that I can't put her in a proper viv at the moment because she'll just escape out of a hole. But she is gorgeous. So it's probably going to be a couple of years before they can meet up, because she's so small at the moment that Mr Noodle will probably just eat her straight away, which of course we don't want. But she's doing all right, she's doing well, she's eating well, She's been pooping, so all good things. So there we go. This is Mr Noodle, the new resident of the zoo room. Okay, just for interest, I'm going to show you what Mr Noodle's behaviour is like with the other stick. So I've opened up the door. He's interested. And if I show him this one, and if the camera focuses, he'll have a bit of a sniff of it, but he's not anywhere near as interested. He knows it's not food, and he's pretty much just not focused on it, so he's not following it around. He knows it's not food. And that's it. He knows that's door's open, but it's not food time. He's no longer interested. He's wandering off. That's why I don't ever show the food target if it's not food time. But completely different behaviour between the two sticks. So I think he's doing really well. And there you go. He's just off doing his own thing. Hey, Mr Noodle. Good boy. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next video.